Hello there, my name is Steve Harrison. I'm here to talk about my proposal for tip jar and application. Over the last years, I've been enjoying the music scene in various cities. The audience has been enthusiastic for the group, but the tipping has been mediocre. The tips typically comprise 50 to 100% of what performers earn, and I've seen tipping picked up in beer pitchers, brandy snifters, instrument cases, like in a subway that you may have seen yourself. Also, additional lines are on credit cards for the band, and I've seen attractive girls walking around with jars encouraging the crowd. All of these have disadvantages. I have a collaborator who worked in hospitality for decades and suggested that a band tipping application and offered many design features. And I've talked to many professional and amateur musicians. The project study for this that we did in our first assignment, I wanted to address the issue that some audience members are reluctant to tip for various reasons, and I wanted to discover those reasons. The research questions were: how do performers collect tips and contributions? What discourages people from using tip jars and thereby not tip the performers? What encourages contributions, and would an application make this easier? My findings are that tipping is important and should be easier. Tipping indicates crowd or fan approval or disapproval. Tipping with cash can be difficult and sometimes dangerous. One performer said that a lot of cash after the bar closes makes you target, and tipping in person causes anxiety. For this proposal, what I need to do in the application is we're using a generalized use case of a small venue that serves alcoholic beverages, a bar. Therefore, the patrons could be inebriated. Each performer is assigned an identification number and has a PayPal account and announces that identification number during the performance or before it, or has a sign. Typical session is that you're asked performer's ID. How much do you want it? And there's, you enter the ID. How much do you want to tip? Do you want to tip them? Yes, large button. Yes or no. How much to tip? An amount, either a button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, or amount you enter. Confirm that you want to contribute that amount to ID number, buttons yes or no. Are you sure? Buttons yes or no. What I need to do in this effort is a database of performers and procedures for performers to put themselves into that database, interface with PayPal for performers and audiences, and large, easily identifiable buttons on the application. Thank you. I hope this explained the scope of what I'm doing.